This is a summary of the Jujjutsu class from 720. We worked on wrist escapes. We also worked on wrist escapes from the rear. What we're going to do is go over the first couple of principles from grabs from the rear. So the first principle is when someone is grabbing your wrist and you take that elbow and you drive it right into the wrist. The second principle is when you rotate around and cut. So we're now doing this from the back. This is an outside wrist grab from the rear. First thing you're going to do is you're going to step back, keeping your balance as somebody pulls you, because you don't want to be pulled off balance. All right? You're going to step back and touch your own hip like you're reaching into your pocket. And then you're going to drop this elbow right on the wrist that's holding it. And turn. One more time. Different angle. Now, next one is a cross wrist grab. This is going to look exactly the same. So from here, person grabs, drop, and turn. Yeah. Notice after I've done my escape and I turn, I only move one foot. Please don't spend 2 or 3 steps turning. Next, grab them both hands. What you're going to do is you're going to step back, touch your hips. The tendency is to want to raise your hands, but really drop the elbows and turn. Mindful that as you step back, what you're actually doing is you're going to body check the person, both with your butt and your back. So you're going to jam yourself back into them. Jam yourself back in as you escape. So do that from a different angle. Person's behind, grabbing you like this. You're going to step back until you have some structure again. If they're still holding on at this point, you have much better structure keeping your hands connected to you here. And then drop and turn. Now, 2 hands on one, very similar, except one thing, because both hands are on there, you've got to slap that outside hand with this hand. This creates a reaction to the slap that makes them tighten down and makes the escape a little more effective. Oftentimes what happens otherwise, if you only drop that one hand, the hand that's on the outside is still attached. So you're going to drive your elbow through that place on the grab where the person holding with both hands on one of your arms has both their thumbs crossed. You're going to slap at the same time. If you notice, I didn't turn like this to slap because that actually diminishes the power that comes from my elbow. And then turn. So that's the 4 from the first principle. Second principle, the turning principle. This is against an outside wrist grab. Someone's grabbing here. First thing you're going to do is you're going to let that elbow drop and you're going to step around and cut. See that from this angle. The reason it's important to let that elbow drop is because you won't have the structural strength to raise your own hand. So the elbow has to drop while this stays in place and rotates. Elbow drops, stays in place and rotates, and you cut. Elbow drops, stays in place and rotates while you cut. When you do it for the cross wrist, when I do this, it looks very similar, but actually feels quite different. When you have the cross wrist, you're going to let this drop, but you really have to cup their thumb, which is now on the outside. So again, let the elbow drop and turn. Cup the thumb, reach for the elbow across, and then exit. One more time. From here, drop, cup the thumb, reach across, and exit. So When both hands grab, you don't have an option to go to the outside. So what you do is you start by doing the first principle, and then if one of the hands is still grabbed, you go to the outside on that side. When both hands are grabbed, you're basically doing exactly the same thing as you would if the outside wrist is grabbed. Just drop through and use your hands to cut. Just drop through. I'm on the outside of them now and cut through. Those are the basic principles to escape a rear wrist grab. Just remember, I'm only demonstrating the things that I've not already filmed. Thank you very much.